all MCU villains that ultimately won against heroes. The MCU has introduced several villains in its 23 films and 2 TV shows. Some of them were insanely mediocre, but there have been others which were handled pretty well. Phase 3 in particular did justice to its villains. We got a lot of variety with Phase 3 baddies. The heroes managed to beat almost all of them in one way or another. But there are some who had a major impact on the heroes they fought. Some of them actually won. Here are all the villains that the MCU heroes haven't managed to defeat. THANOS. By the end of Infinity War, THANOS managed to defeat an extensive team of the Avengers. The team was insanely powerful, and yet Thanos had the last laugh. He fulfilled his goal by snapping half the populace out of existence. He won, and with the 5-year time jump, we saw some positives that came out of the blip. Steve Rogers said that there were cleaner waters post the snap, and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier has shown us that the world actually came together during those 5 years. Countries were welcoming people outside the borders. There has actually been a lot of chaos since billions of people were brought back by the Hulk. So the Avengers may have wiped Thanos out of existence, but his ideals still live strongly with many people in the universe. Baron Zemo. He is arguably the best dancer the MCU has, and he has been among the greatest of all MCU villains. I'd say that he is the most powerful non-powered villain. You might think that Thanos is the only villain who actually defeated the Avengers, but he wouldn't have been the biggest bad guy if it wasn't for Zemo. Baron Zemo was driven by his hatred for the Avengers. He made the Avengers Empire crumble from within. Before Zemo showed up, the Avengers had neutralized threats like Loki, Hydra, and Ultron. But then, they were defeated by Thanos simply because of Zemo. Tony Stark and Steve Rogers did not present a united front, which is why the Avengers lost. The ideals of Thanos live amongst people only because of Baron Zemo. And now, he has been freed by the very man he framed during his crusade against the Avengers. What's more, is that he has now managed to escape from their clutches thanks to the Dora Milaje. So Zemo has truly won. Ghost. If you think about it, Ava Starr wasn't actually a villain. The poor woman just wanted to survive, and there's nothing wrong with that. S.H.I.E.L.D. used her. They turned her into a killer. But she just wished to get rid of her pain. Ultimately, Janet Van Dyne made her temporarily unstable. And Scott Lang even ventured into the quantum realm to collect quantum particles for her. So it's safe to say that Ghost got what she wanted. The MCU is yet to tell us how Ava would have survived all this time. But since she is supposed to become a part of the Thunderbolts, we know that she is alive. SURTUR.
Stop it.
Thor may have defeated SURTUR at the beginning of Thor Ragnarok, but he and Loki were the ones who later resurrected the Fire Lord. The prophecy of Ragnarok was fulfilled. SURTUR got to destroy Asgard just like he was supposed to. He achieved his destiny. Mysterio.
Who are you?
Who besides Thanos left a Marvel hero totally beaten? Mysterio. He truly is the living embodiment of evil. Not only did he go down as one of MCU's heroes, but he also turned Peter's life into a living hell.
What the f-
Loki ain't no master of illusions. It is Mysterio. He has left the entire world with an illusion of his greatness. You must have thought that Peter just came across him and he improvised by manipulating the kid. Well, you're as gullible as Peter Parker, and so are we. Quentin Beck is a genius. He orchestrated Peter's entire visit to Europe. His goal was exactly what he showed us in the film, get Edith, and be seen as a great hero. Peter's trip took a detour when Nick Fury hijacked it, but it was Quentin Beck who hijacked the trip and even manipulated the fake Fury. Right when Peter and his friends reached Europe, we saw Quentin hiding in plain sight behind Peter. Not only that, but Team Mysterio was hidden all over the movie as well. Members like William, Gooderman, Janice, Victoria, and many others were the true villains of the film. Gooderman showed up right when MJ came up with her superpower.
Whoa. That was my new superpower. It's like the anti-aloha. I was born to say this word.
Then he later left the bus and the kids actually ran past him. Team Mysterio's planning was outrageous. They've won, and we won't even be surprised to see Quentin Beck alive and kicking by the end of Spider-Man No Way Home. ERIK Killmonger. He managed to take down T'Challa and become the king of Wakanda. Yes, T'Challa did win when he returned later, but Killmonger's ideals had caused a civil war in the kingdom. Even T'Challa realized that Killmonger had a point, so he opened up Wakanda's borders to help the rest of the world. Killmonger went down on his own terms, seeing the beautiful sunset of Wakanda. How could you not like a villain that even makes a hero sympathize with him? Phase 3 was great. The beginning of Phase 4 has been pretty amazing as well. Let's see which other amazing villains Marvel has to offer us. Now that I'm ending the video, I'd like you guys to like and follow us on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube for more exclusive content. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.